how to make your ex want you back. Welcome back to the Anthony Spade channel. Before I get started, go ahead and hit that like button, that subscribe button, and that notifications button so you can get the videos as soon as I put them out. All right, guys, today I'm going to be talking about a subject I don't like to talk about. It was forbidden from my channel, but I still continue to get a lot of emails, and it's called, how do I make my ex regret leaving me? All right, before we get started, you must first understand what women like and what women don't like. Women don't like simps, and they don't like complainers, and they don't like boring guys, and they don't like guys who treat them too well. That should be something that you've learned by now. They like exciting guys. They like mysterious guys. They like guys that give them a challenge. They like men that place their purpose above them, so they feel like they have to work towards a man. You have to first stop and look at yourself and ask yourself, what is it about me that she didn't like that made her move on in the first place? And you have to make sure that you correct those things and become the type of man that a woman likes generally. So in other words, she already saw flaws in you that you haven't accepted in yourself. She's gonna see things in you that you need to fix, that you need to first start off trying to fix for yourself. And the reason why I say that is because the only way she's gonna truly want you back is when she sees that you have matured into a different type of man than what she's used to. Now, if a woman sees you 2 or 3 months later and you're still looking bitter, or talk to you 6 months later and you're still looking the same, doing the same thing, acting the same, she's not gonna want you back. There's nothing to be jealous of. All you're gonna do is just remind her why she's left. So in order to get your ex back, you must first transition yourself into an entire different type of guy. Because one guy that she's not gonna look at in you, she's not gonna go to a guy that treats her bad and then look at you like, oh my God, I regret leaving the nice guy. Women would never say that. You may see baby mamas do that, where they want to go back to the nice guy because they probably did a wrong with something with their baby dad. Those situations, you're definitely gonna see it. But the average woman out here, she doesn't have time to sit back and care where you've been, because if she broke up with you and you was emotional on the way out, I can almost guarantee you there's no way possible for you to get her back. If you've cried, if you've sent her love letters, if you've complained about her leaving and you told her how much it's gonna hurt you, you're not gonna get her back. There's gonna be nothing you can do. She's never gonna look at you as being nice, as the leverage. What you have to do is you have to look different. You have to get in the gym, maybe start looking better, lose a little bit of weight. You do not have to be a fitness model. You do not have to be a bodybuilder. You have to be something that was better than what she's seen. It's the same thing when it comes to like dressing, your appearance. She wants to know that breakup made this guy become the best version of himself. And now that he's on the road becoming the best version of himself, I can see the traits in him that I saw in other guys whenever I was with him that I wanted out of those guys. That's what you have to understand. She has to think that you're on the road to being the high value man, or you're on the road to being the best version of yourself that other girls are going to like. If that woman cannot look at you and think that you have matured and that you're getting better, there's nothing for her to be jealous about. She's only gonna feel jealous whenever she feels like she's missing out on something. So you have to make your lifestyle look like you're having fun. You have to make it look like you're advancing, but at the same time, you have to be putting in the work, because there's no way you're gonna psychologically trick a woman with photos or psychologically trick her with what's coming out of your mouth. When it comes to a man, a woman can study actions faster. Another thing, you want to make sure you and your ex are in the same league. A lot of guys, you get in relationships with women because the woman may have said, all right, I like the idea of the relationship. She likes the idea of just having a boyfriend and not being seen with multiple guys. But then she gets out the relationship in hopes of going to get with the guy that she wants. So you have to understand, a lot of couples, especially at an early age, you're just going off of desires and infatuation. But when you guys get together, you could be two different people. So make sure that you and her are in the same lane. What do I mean? I always talk about tattoo artists. When you look at tattoo artists and you look at their girlfriends and wives, Their wives are always tattooed from head to toe. Their wives are always covered in tattoos and piercings as well, because in their league, that's beauty to that man. If you go and look at golf players' wives that hang out at the country club and act all bougie, they're totally different than like a rapper's wife. She's going to be different than the bougie wives. Even though all of them try to emulate bougie people when they get money, they're still in the same league. Rappers do not get invited to the country club. It just doesn't work that way. They don't get invited to the yacht club. And that's something that a lot of men, especially black men, have to face, is that in a lot of these rich white communities, you just don't fit in. So you have to figure out exactly where you fit in your league and make sure that your ex is in the same league. Like, for instance, I got a boy who's in a biker gang. You know what I'm saying? He's not really my boy. He's just somebody I've known for a while. I'm not really into the biker stuff, but he's in a biker gang. And in a biker gang, they date biker women. They date girls that drink, smoke, and do all kind of stuff, but they pass each other women around. I've seen dudes be in a relationship with biker girls who have kids by other guys that are in the bike gang. But still, everyone looks at it like, hey, that's normal. Even when they break up, somebody in the biker club would end up being with that woman, even if she has 2 other kids by dudes that are in the biker gang, because it's in their league. That's what they do. That's what they believe in. So you have to understand that a lot of relationships break up because you and her are just looking at life from 2 different angles. You and her got 2 different common goals in life that you want to achieve. You and her got 2 different interests, and this is what causes a lot of breakup. But if you got in that relationship because you couldn't control your desire and you just felt needy to be in a relationship, it's over for you. You're not gonna get her back. You're just gonna maintain being a weaker man and bitter for the rest of your life. Those are facts. Those are the options. There is no secret key word to this. There is no secret way to do it. There is no special code. There's no cheat code. Everybody wants overnight success. It doesn't work that way. When you want your ex back, it's delayed gratification, which means that you got to start bettering your body. That takes months. You got to get your money up. That takes months. You got to get your confidence up. That takes months. It takes months and years for you to build up to being a solid dude that you want to be, that's going to make her want to look at you, but you guys want it overnight. You can't want this gratification overnight. Instant gratification is going to cause you to lose, because you could go to other places and get instant gratification. What do I mean? Junk food. You could go online. You could run back to your video games. You could run back to your chat rooms to get comfort from other guys that are having relationship problems with their girls too. It's so many ways to get instant gratification that'll distract you from the delayed gratification that you would never win with women again, not even with your ex. Trust me, one thing that exes will do when you upgrade is they will come back. But you have to understand, that's the only way that they come back. They don't come back no other way. There is no special way for them to come back. By the time you put in the work to become the man that's going to make your ex jealous, is going to make her come running back to you, you would not be interested in that girl anymore. That's the tricky part about it. You won't be interested because you would have already grown into an entire different person. Men's wisdom come in faster than women's wisdom. Most of women's wisdom is just wisdom of them repeating what someone has said to them. When a man becomes the best version of himself, he's able to lead women better. You can't lead a woman whenever you're leading with your emotions in life. If you do not have control over your emotions in life, then you're not going to have control over the actions that you have with a woman. Because a woman's going to be looking for a man who can subconsciously control her life and be the leader. And when I say that, you may have some feminists that are like, oh, well, a woman want that and a woman. Okay, we ain't worried about no feminists responding to this, because that's a feminist lane. They're supposed to talk like that. You got girls that are strippers. They're in that lane. You got girls that work for corporate. They're in that lane. You have to understand what lane your ex is in to understand how to get her back. If she's in a country club lane and you're in the poverty lane, You're looking at life from two different lenses. But when it's ultimately all said and done, there's only one way for you to win your ex back. And that's become an entire different guy for her to like. The old you is not going to get her back because that's the reason she left. She would never, ever, ever in her life say, I regret leaving a nice guy. You're gonna find 45, 50-year-old women on TikTok that may say that. But in the modern day world right now, if you're under the age of 25, I wouldn't wait 50 years for a woman to say that cut you off. This is Anthony Spade. Hopefully you guys get the message behind the videos. Comment, like, subscribe to both of my channels. Hasta la vista.